Hello, welcome back and welcome to Cornwall. I'm on my summer holiday in this gorgeous location. Let me just show you where I am. Look at that place. There's some good surf going on down there. I know that I should be enjoying my holiday when I'm here, but I just can't come away and not film gorgeous locations like this. And also, I like to keep the content rolling out. So whilst I'm here in this stunning location, I thought I'd make a video about some fragrances I've brought with me on this summer trip. And the fragrances I'm going to talk about are new ones, but also fragrances that I think are absolutely perfect for this stunning beach location. The first fragrance I brought, brand new to me. This was actually sent to me by Armani. This is Aquade Profundo. This is the new EDT version. The original was an EDP. We've also had the Parfum, which I didn't smell. The EDP, years ago from 2020, I really enjoyed the smell of it. But for me, it didn't last very long. It hung around for maybe an hour and then I lost it completely, so I sold it. So unfortunately, I can't directly compare the 2020 version with this brand new 2025 EDT. But what I can tell you about this fragrance is it's bloody lovely. This is a gorgeous marine aquatic citrus fragrance built on top of that classic Aquade DNA, so it smells more modern than the original Aquade. In terms of performance, so far it seems similar to the original Aquade and maybe similar to the Profundo that I didn't get along with in 2020, so it's not a long-lasting fragrance for me. One of the main differences between this and the 2020 version is there's some grapefruit in here. Grapefruit just works so well with salty marine aquatic notes because it's got that sourness. The 2020 version, I think, had mandarin in, so I prefer this grapefruit version. So for a fresh aquatic fragrance with that beautiful Aquade smell, it's great coming to a location like this. And yeah, it's not going to last me all day, but for a few hours of walking along these sand dunes and walking along this beach, it actually smells really great. It smells amazing to be wearing a salty aquatic fragrance mixing in with that salty aquatic sea air. So a recreated version of the ocean smell mingling with the real version of the ocean smell. It's just a pleasing combination of smells. So far, I'm really enjoying Aquade Profundo EDT. I think the bottle looks stunning, possibly the best in the Profundo lineup. It's just going to work well wearing it here by the beach. The next fragrance I've brought with me to this beautiful summery location, it's so hot here right now, is the new Superman X Hugo fragrance. I recently got gifted this at a Superman screening at Warner House in London, so I was super excited to be invited to that. This fragrance, as a Superman tie-in fragrance, is really well thought out because it opens with an icy blast to represent Superman's fortress of solitude, you know, in the snow and in the ice. It's got airy aldehyde, so it's breezy and airy like when Superman is flying. And then it's got the strength and power of earthy patchouli. So it all ties in really well with Superman. I don't think they've just randomly thrown those notes together and tried to retrofit it into a Superman kind of thing. I think they've chosen those notes on purpose. I also think the bottle design is great. I love the design on the front. We've got that classic Hugo style bottle, but then on the back, this lovely little detail of Superman taken off. It's cool. I like it. When you first spray it on, you do get a lovely icy blast. It's really invigorating. There's spearmint, which I love. It's done really well. Spearmint, I think, is my favorite mint note in fragrances, and it is the hero note of this fragrance. Then you get the depth. So it's not just a fleeting, fresh fragrance. There is some strength and power to it. And I'm really enjoying wearing this. Yeah, it's not a game changer. It's not a complex fragrance. It's a designer fragrance smell that is designed to be very mass appealing, but it's fun, it's youthful, it's vibrant, it's energetic. I think it is the perfect sort of scent to tie in with Superman. So I think this movie tie-in is done really well here. If you're looking for a fresh, invigorating, easy to wear fragrance that you can wear in a lovely sunny holiday destination, then this one would definitely be a good choice. And if you get to your summer holiday destination and it's not quite as sunny and summery as you were hoping for, the fragrance still works. It's got the freshness, it's invigorating, it's uplifting, which is sometimes what you need even when it's not sunny, but it's got the strength, it's got the power, it's got the depth to work on a slightly gloomy, cloudy, windy day. I think this smells really good. If you're looking for something lively, youthful, energetic, invigorating, uplifting, easy to wear, crowd pleasing, Superman x Hugo is doing the job. The next fragrance is called Linere. This is from Boadicea the Victorious. I don't think this is released until later in the year. On this little promotional bottle I have, it says launching October 2025. I had to bring this with me, partly because it's new, partly because I'm really enjoying it, and partly because it really is well suited to being on a summer holiday, even though it's not amazingly sunny right now. But this is a fresh fragrance, but with a lot more going on. So it's very lemony. It's got this lemon confit notes. It's a very concentrated, intense lemon. Kind of reminds me of a lemon sorbet, but not just any old lemon sorbet. A boozy lemon sorbet with a limoncello drizzled over the top. Limoncello isn't a note, but the fragrance does have a booziness that's coming from rum. Also in the top of the scent, there's this punchy pink pepper, and then in the mid, there's a bit of a robust coffee note. I wouldn't say that you particularly smell that much coffee in the fragrance, but it is giving it an overall more robust character. There's also dates which are thickening out the fragrance as well. This isn't just a thin, fresh fragrance. This is quite a heavyweight, fresh scent, and the dates are like these sweet, sticky dates. And then in the base, giving it even more weight and density, there's leather and the smoky wood. So think of this boozy lemon sorbet with punchy pink pepper, a robust coffee accord, some leather and some smoky woods, and you get a really head-turning, impactful, and I find this to be a very enigmatic, mysterious fragrance. It's pretty strong and long-lasting as well. I'm really enjoying it. It's working really well on this not very sunny summer holiday, but you know what? This has the strength and the heft to really work well, whether it's sunny or whether it's a little cooler and cloudier like this. Oh yes, look at this, we've got sunshine today. Thank you, sun gods, for blessing me with a little bit of sunshine on my summer holiday. The next brand that I brought along with me is actually 3 fragrances. They're from Gallivant and they form the new Gulf collection. I love Gallivant fragrances. They've always been great to travel with, but now even easier to travel with this very cool little travel sprayer. The first one is called Al Rihad. This has bitter almonds, spices, vanilla and blonde tobacco. To me, this had sort of a French feel in the opening, and it dries down to a clean, spicy, powdery scent, which made me think of an old school gentleman's cologne. It's a stunning scent. Next up is Dubai. This is a soft, rounded, bright, refreshing scent with pear, jasmine, neroli and tea, and then it settles into a hint of smoky vetiver. Very elegant. Great any time of the year, but in this sunshine, those white florals, the neroli and the pear just working beautifully. And finally, Souk Wakif is a heavier, spicier scent with myrrh, frankincense and oud. I actually get a little hint of chocolate in this, which I loved. Very Middle Eastern smelling. So much so that it reminded me of a Middle Eastern amouage style scent, which I guess makes sense because it does have Armani frankincense, the spices and the oud, which is nearly every amouage fragrance. This one is a heavy hitter. When you're on holiday and you're sitting by a beach and the sun's shining, what's the drink that you crave? For me, every time, it's got to be a pina colada. I held it up like this was a pina colada. This is not a pina colada. You don't drink this, you spray this, because this is Kajal Fragrance's Colada, which is inspired by a pina colada. If you've been on vacation and you're sitting by a pool or you're sitting by a beach, maybe it's mid-afternoon and you're starting to feel like you want a little bit of a drink, a pina colada just goes down a treat. I love a creamy cocktail. They're my favorite types of cocktail, and a pina colada is beautiful, juicy pineapple, creamy coconut. This gives you the olfactory version of a pina colada. It is quite a realistic pina colada in terms of the way it smells. You get a really dense creaminess. This is full strength pina colada. This is not a badly made pina colada. This is a no messing about pina colada, and it smells fantastic. Now you might think, I love a pina colada, but do I really want to smell like a pina colada? That's where the magic happens with this fragrance, because you do get the inspiration of a pina colada. It does smell like a pina colada, but there's more. There is something that is really important to me in any fragrance, and that is backbone. So you get the sweet gourmand creaminess, but then there's something that gives this fragrance a lot of depth, some heft, some density, some lasting power, and backbone. I'm not quite sure what it is. Amber is listed as being in the fragrance. Amber is a combination of other things, strong notes that could be giving the fragrance some backbone, but also there's some benzoin. I think that's adding some sweetness and some depth. Whatever it is, there is a definite backbone to this, because you spray it on and you get the lovely pina colada vibes, but then it lasts and it settles into itself and it becomes deeper and slightly darker and more sensual, a little bit cakey maybe. So there is some gourmand to this fragrance, but it smells so good. Whatever's happening in the dry down of this, you get your lovely pina colada vibes in the opening, but in the dry down, this becomes a serious fragrance. This is strong, it's sexy, it's impactful. They've done a really good job with this. Colada from Kajal isn't just a pina colada. This is a colada. Sadly, my holiday is coming to an end, and so is this video. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about some new and upcoming fragrances that maybe you've not tried. If you have tried any of these fragrances, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a little conversation about them, but I've thoroughly enjoyed them. They've all worked really well in this location. I thought they were all appropriate for a nice sunny holiday away, and on some days maybe not so sunny, but they still worked well. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to this beautiful location. Drop a like for this location, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.